influenza, but he's had a fever and he's not coughing, and we don't know. Like, the doctor just doesn't know. We're waiting on tests to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Ryuichi.
Yeah.
I'll remember to come around.
No, I'm like legit incapacitated for a couple hours. Remember, like 3 p.m. is when my character comes back from binding.
Yeah,
like,
we're almost
really
there.
upset.
We're almost there now. Actually,
He'll be really upset too.
And there's no way we can get Wi-Fi access, so I could slap a biomonitor on him and.
Oh, okay. So not really. There's not really Wi-Fi in the sense of how a biomonitor normally works. You have a look around. You look above the bed, and there seems to be some very old monitoring gear that has wires and things that isn't hooked up to the patient. Or you could simply roll first aid and take a set of observations that way. He's conscious and he's looking at you, but he's kind of scared and he's shivering and shaking and he looks really red and sweaty. Oh, 7 successes, yeah. So he's really dehydrated. He's delirious. He's not quite with the world. He is feeling violently ill. He's actually in a really bad way. You notice that his respirations, like his chest rising, he's really struggling to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like really, really struggling, and his breathing's becoming more and more rapid. And sorry, when I say struggling, so his breathing becomes more shallow and more rapid. So he's like,
damn.
30 rests a minute. He's in a bad way.
Wow.
What do you want to do?
I'll get footage of that.
You get footage of that?
Yeah, not to be insensitive or anything, but yeah, we're getting.
No. Get footage of it by all means. You're documenting something.
He's having trouble breathing. Is he conscious right now, or?
He is muttering in Orzet, and he sounds like he is delirious. So he's not fully conscious. No.
I'll ask the nurse what he's saying.
The nurse comes over and tries to listens in, and she says, "Oh, he's saying something about sheep over the rainbow and Decker's dance in the spring." He's just talking shit. He's out of it.
He's just mumbling.
He's clearly talking about that Technomancer sheep that came up a while back.
Yeah. He's like talking about sprites and resonance, and like he's just not with it. So, so the nurse walks over and she stares at him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
and notices she looks at some sign, or she's looking for cues, and does she see them? She sees that the patient is starting to go a little bit blue around the mouth, and she freaks the fuck out. Hey,
I have an idea of what's going on, but Warden has no idea.
Warden knows that he's got some sort of disease going on though.
Warden knows he has a disease. I think, because of all the jamming going down here, this kid might be a technomancer, and he's just gets sick because
that's not how it works.
It makes you upset, yes, but it's not impossible. That would have an adverse effect on him.
You'd have to be dissonant for that to kind of happen. It's weird.
Mm.
So can it happen?
A dissonant technomancer can make someone sick.
No, they're like a toxic mage, are they?
Yeah.
No, it's not what's going on. He's got the flu, or he's got possible flu. A possible flu diagnosis, and but he
looks like shit.
Yeah, but your nurse notices that he's gone like a bit blue, like cyanotic in the lips, and she panics the fuck out, and she goes, "Met call, bed 3, met call."
I'm gonna get out of her way and just keep rolling on that.
And she hits a button on the wall, and you hear bing, 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 and like 3 nurses and the doctor start running in. One's got a cart, and the guy's laying there, and he's really like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He starts mumbling things about red alert klaxons and Klingons and Neil the Orc Barbarian, and how much he prefers sriracha to scratcha sauce, and he's out of it. But he's also he starts becoming really sleepy, and his breathing's like he's really choking.
That's awful.
And so the doctor looks, and the doctor, being a very experienced physician, should not brick. Yeah, he doesn't brick. So the doctor's like, okay, I want him on oxygen. And he starts giving orders to the nurses.
Yep.
And he looks at Shiloh and he goes, okay, what can you do for me? I need you to do something for me. And as he says that, one of the other patients, because all this activity has started happening, they go, oh, they're in absolute pain. And he's like, you, go and look at bed 5 for me.
Okay.
All right, off we go.
All right, so this is the patient that's this is the patient with the broken ribs and the broken leg.
They conscious?
Yeah, he's conscious, but he's in a hell of a lot of pain.
We're gonna interview this guy.
Yeah. So you walk up, Shiloh. One of the first questions you might ask a person in this scenario, in this setting, is, are you in pain? Just to sort of like, just to lead you a certain way with that. And he goes, yes, I'm in fucking agony. The fuck is going on? I was asleep, and what the fuck? All this noise.
Remember, as journalists, you can't help him.
No, we cannot.
But the guys in scrubs totally could. So
we technically are the guys in scrubs, right?
Yep.
Well, journalists wear scrubs when they go into a hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's start asking him stuff. I'm saying, hey, what happened to you? What happened? Who beat the shit out of you?
I was walking home with my daughter, and it was late at night, and fucking, I don't know, I walked around the corner, and I got hit in the ribs, and I don't know, and then they broke my fucking legs, and I woke up here. I don't know what happened.
Is your daughter all right?
I don't even know where my daughter is. I don't know what's going on.
Did you see who attacked you?
No, I just went around the corner, and it's like they hit me, like they knocked me forward, and then I got hit in the ribs, like with a baton or something, and then they like kicked me, and then they held me down.
Mm-hmm. And can we see his injuries? Is he he's probably got a sheet on?
Whilst you're having this conversation, there's all the noise and hubbub that comes with a medical emergency call. So there's like nurses and there's doctors firing around orders. There's somebody scribing. They've got their telemetry hooked up and it's starting to beep, indicating, and you might look over and you see that his blood pressure's really low and his respirations are really high. Oh, you can't tell, but his oxygen saturation's really low, which means he's not getting enough oxygen in his blood. And so they're like trying to get a mask on him and he's fighting them off. But they're dealing with that, so that's fine. Your guy, however, he says, I'm in so much pain, man. I fucking hurt. And he's like, oh, my leg, man. My leg hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do something about the pain?
Does he have like a button for morphine?
No PCA.
Oh.
No, nothing patient controlled.
Okay. Well, we don't have the drugs.
Examine his legs. See what we can see.
I think you might be able to do much better than I.
You pull the sheets back.
Mm-hmm.
You pull the sheets back, and he's got like a dressing on, and it's got fresh blood on it. It's leaking.
Ah. All right.
So he's in absolute agony. It's really red and inflamed, like the area around it. And he's like, "Oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts. Help me."
This isn't good.
And so, like the doctor, he's like hearing this. He's like, "What's going on? Just get him some pain medication. It's fine. Just you." And he's like, he's probably not doing so well under pressure. And the doctor's like, he points to the warden. He's like, you put pressure on that now. There's gloves on the wall. Shiloh. Yep. Lucy said, you know what you're doing. Go get some morphine. Yeah, go get some pain relief. And so the doctor's like, more, and he's like, so Shiloh, you can go. They throw you the keys to the cabinet, and you can go into the bedroom and try to draw up the right amount of morphine, if you like.
All right, off we go.
Yep. And so, warden, what are you doing?
I'm putting pressure on it. I'm doing what the doctor said.
So you glove up. You glove up, and then you put pressure on it. The patient's like, "Don't, that fucking hurts," because you're putting pressure on like a bracelet.
I know. I'm stopping the bleeding. We're getting some pain medication for you, all right? Just hold on with me just 1 minute, okay?
Fuck off, leave me alone, you fucking pig. He's just delirious from the pain at this point. They've nearly stabilised they've got the other guy and he's breathing a little bit easier and they're now starting an IV.
I'm gonna roll for that earlier bit. I'm just trying to see if he was hiding anything when he was saying he didn't know who he got hit by. That's a sense motive thing.
Yeah, sure. So he does indeed know who hit him.
He knows.
Oh, he knows, but he doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't want to say anything.
He's really in a lot of pain at the moment, so he's not amenable to being asked questions.
Once we get him a little bit drugged, he'll be a little bit more pliable, I think.
He might be. Hey, Shiloh, do you want to roll some first aid to draw up some meds for me?
Sure.
And to give it safely? Yeah, perfect. So you go in, you take the right amount of morphine out, which I'll abstract away per the doctor's orders, and you draw it up properly in the right syringes and you get all the right gear and you go to the bedside and you prep the injection site in the other top of his thigh and you give him a morphine injection into the thigh. He's like, "What's this, man? What are you giving me? You're not giving me any truth serum. I don't want to talk. I won't tell him nothing."
No way, man. This is pain meds.
Morphine.
You won't be feeling that leg a little bit. Don't worry about it.
All right, so
I know it hurts.
Oh fuck! I'm in agony and it's still bleeding.
We're gonna bandage you up.
So this is like a compound fracture. Like the bone is sticking out. Like he got his legs cracked in half. Like what happened here?
Yeah.
Why is he?
Where am I right now?
Who was that?
Who said that?
Ryoshi. Like what time is it?
I believe you are still in the bedroom sleeping off summoning.
No, I was binding, but I was going to be done binding around 3 p.m.
Yep, it's about around 3 p.m. right now.
Yeah, it would be about that. So what will happen here is that we'll finish up that scene and we'll finish that up and then you'll be back on deck for some fun things. So it takes 15. It probably takes 10 or 15 minutes for that morphine to really that medication that you've given to take action in the patient's body. And being that they're orc, they're a little bit tougher than most people, so it takes a little bit longer to metabolise and go through their circulation. But in the end, you get the pain under control. And the doctors and nurses, or Dr. Mackay and Nancy and the other two nurses, they stabilise Influenza Kid. And they're like talking to each other because they've got masks and stuff on. They realised, shit, it probably is influenza. And so they've all done the right protective gear, so they're not spreading it to anybody. And they're discussing they're now having a conversation about contact precautions and putting him in another room and all that sort of nursing-y stuff. The doctor comes over to you and comes over to Shiloh and Morton. He's like, thank you very much for that. I'm sorry that I yelled at you, but things can get really out of control when people, start deteriorating, and I just really needed your help right then and there.
We completely understand. It looks like you have your hands full down here.
And the doctor sighs and he just says, and he sort of looks out of his eye, the corner of his eye, at the patient you just gave meds to, and he's like, I've got my hands full down here between the regular poor conditions of sanitation and hygiene down here, trying to stay on top of outbreaks. We're understaffed. I have no supplies, and we have KE. And he looks again out the corner of his eye. We have KE. We have KE being overzealous. We have gambling debts. We have domestic violence. We have drugs. We have booze. It's home, but it's not always home is not always what it's cracked up to be. So he's like, if you gentlemen,
if that's not a straight line, I don't know what it is. I'll just pan over the whole ICU just with the camera.
Cool. So
just taking it all in.
Thank you very much for your help. You're welcome to stay another couple of minutes, but after that, we're probably going to close visiting hours because we need people to rest.
Yep. All right, cool.
So if you want You want to go back to
Last
this guy?
thing, we're gonna go back to the guy with the leg and see if we can maybe get him